Yes, guys, and welcome back to another episode of the TG podcast. Of course, we're here to discuss and dissect, of course, the recent games with Arsenal. VAR strikes again. We're going to talk about our squad depth. Is it good enough to compete at the highest level? What do we need to do in the January window to improve that? And also a bit about the Champions League as well. We've got Horseface, Rory. Big up to you, Rory, man. Big up, Rory, bro. I hope you're keeping well, man.
My days, that is so damn hot.
Absolutely love the mask.
My days.
But yeah, big up to you. Oh, and we got another one. We got the donkey as well. We got Tom. Big up, Tom, mate.
Oh yes.
Yes, get on there. Love that. Absolutely love that. We got Seb as well.
Breathe in that.
Seb, you feeling any better, man? After obviously the recent events of Arsenal.
Well, I'd like to think so, but after what's been going on with this garbage chat from the media and from everyone for the last 48 hours, no. I'm sure we'll cover this, but
yeah, man.
Nothing just ever changes. Oh man.
Yeah. We got Jordan with us as well because Charlie couldn't make tonight. He's in the chat though. Big up to you, Charlie. So Jordan's said he wants to come in and have us. Jordan, how are you, man? You good?
Yeah, man, I'm good, man. I'm good. Trying to regroup, recover from that jaw yesterday. So yeah.
Right, guys, let's get started. We're going to talk about the game. Newcastle, of course, we did lose a game 1-0. But before I do get into VAR, I want to talk about the performance-wise. Personally, in my opinion, I thought defensively, we actually looked reasonably solid. Midfield wasn't too bad. I think the issue which I said in my match reactions was the final third was atrocious. The final third was awful. We had one shot on target the whole match. Newcastle's defense, to give credit to them, their defense was superb, but our end product was awful. And for me, I do blame the attack for that. In terms of us creating chances, that was the biggest issue I had, and of course with the whole VAR as well. But performance-wise, I thought defensively we was pretty solid. To be fair, midfield wasn't too bad. I mean, looking into it, we was all fearing the worst with Jorginho and Havertz lining up in the same midfield, but I didn't think they did too bad. It's just for me the creating chances and the end product for me. The final third was awful. I'm going to start with. You know what? I'm going to come to Tom first. Tom, mate, what was your thoughts? I mean, forget about VAR for a minute. We'll go into that. But what was your thoughts on the performance-wise, as a whole for Arsenal against Newcastle, man?
Well, performance-wise, up until the first goal, I thought everyone was doing their job. There are a few debates over the whole front three. Or front four, I don't even know what it was. 4-4-2 Brexit football. Oh my God, Tottenham have scored already.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
What have they seriously? Have they really?
It's off.
Oh, well, listen, just as we start the podcast, and we're already annoyed as it is, and then this goes and happens.
6 minutes, by the way, and Dejan
Kulusevski
ginger.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Not only is he a ginger, but he rejected Arsenal. Idiot.
Mug.
Rejecting Arsenal.
Never supporting Chelsea again.
You can never rely on them. Seriously, they're not good. And all this does, it infuriates us even more to why we didn't beat them the other week. Because they're not a good side.
The one time, we're all back in Chelsea to get a result.
Yeah, well, you can never rely on them. And seriously, we're already annoyed enough as it is. Well, this is a great start to the podcast. Sorry, John.
As you're saying, Tom, man.
I couldn't have wrote it any better.
Performance-wise, up until the first goal, wasn't even that bad. Everyone was doing their job. Saliba, the whole back line was immense. Superb, really. Couldn't really say anything bad about them. But Oh my word! For a goal, it wasn't a goal. It wasn't a goal. I'll just get that straight up clear. Wasn't a goal, Gary Neville. Okay, it wasn't. Yeah. PGMOL wasn't a goal. Don't care what you say. But yeah, I mean, for me, ball goes out of play. You can easily tell. It goes out of play. If Rashford is out of play against Brighton, then Joe Willock, for me, the guy that we should never have sold. The guy that we should never have sold comes back to haunt us. Joe Willock. It's a good cross. Joe Linton fouls Gabriel. Oh, I've done it as a defender many times. Shut up. And then, yeah, you didn't have VAR 30 years ago, Gary Neville.
Exactly.
Oh,
He doesn't
word.
he doesn't seem to remember that. Exactly.
Yeah.
And his team had half the refs in his back pocket.
Yeah.
Especially Harold Webb. So of course he's going to come out and defend him. Seriously, it's
Mate,
not.
He's having a go at managers. Having
Yeah.
an opinion.
Seriously, it's not rocket science what he's doing.
What happened when he was a manager?
Exactly.
The same guy that was blaming language barriers for his failures at Valencia.
Exactly.
Fool.
Seriously, he should never commentate us again.
It wouldn't
I've had
surprise me
enough
if he
of
was
it.
celebrating the Newcastle goal.
Mate,
Yeah.
I've had enough of it. Because when was it? I think it was the Chelsea game. We played Chelsea at Stamford Bridge, and then it was 7:30, I believe. And then United played on the 8 o'clock kickoff. Yeah, he's at the Arsenal game.
Yeah, well, that just tells you all you need to know.
Disgrace.
What a word.
This is looking at his own club and the problems that they're there because they
Finale had a bet on Newcastle, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, of course he would. So of course he's going to back it up. He's going to come out and back them and criticize the manager. See, as soon as it's us, oh, it's a disgrace. You're overreacting. That's all. Mate, just get in the
Mate, he's celebrating in the VAR room with Anton Deck and Tonali. They're loving life, Ivan Toney's in the crowd saying, "Oh my word, Kai Havertz and Nketiah." Well, if the fans aren't going to back him, maybe this is what's going to
Ivan
come up.
Toney used to play for Newcastle.
Exactly. That's why he was at the game. No, I'm joking, but yeah, I'm fuming, but
Yeah. Seb, I'm gonna come to you, man. We'll also get onto VAR in a minute, but performance-wise, in my opinion, I don't think we deserve to win. I also don't think we deserve to lose personally. But as I said, did you agree? I think we were awful in when it comes to the final third and attacking wise.
Oh, it was absolutely shocking. And let's be honest, it's been like that for the last few weeks. Because the thing is, we've lost all our creativity. And there's no Odegaard, and what else is there? Havertz was not doing that, and he wasn't having a bad game. But you need to be doing more than that when you've got a 65 million price tag on you. When you're bought for that, you need to be doing more than that. You also need to be creating and contributing in the final third and contributing goals. He wasn't doing that. So no, it was absolutely toothless in attack. And I'm sorry, I'm going to have to say this, Nketiah is not good enough. We have seen this time and time and time again. He's done nothing in an away game. Against the teams at home that we should be beating, he'll turn up and he'll do a job. But no, he doesn't link up with strikers well. I just don't know what he does. Havertz don't know what he does either. There was nothing there in attack, absolutely nothing. Like I said in the fan cam, the game could have gone on another half an hour, another hour. We still wouldn't have scored. And this has been a problem for a while because obviously Jesus was still out, and we clearly miss him when he's not there. But we saw what was working last year when Jesus was out. Trossard down the middle can do everything. Can link up, interchange with the strikers, Saka, Martinelli. Can link up play. Can do all that. Can create. Can get goals. He can do that. So why wasn't he starting? The thing with this manager, look, he's done well. He's done well in the last year to get us competing again. But I'm sorry, He's trying to overcomplicate things that were never broken. He's trying to fix things that are not broken. He's overcomplicating things. And I'm sorry, he has to also take some blame for this as well. Just like he had to take some blame the other night. Because this is his team now. And injuries happen in football. It's a contact sport. And plus, the way we're getting injuries in training, I just have no idea what is going on there. Odegaard, gone in training. Partey, gone in training. I'm like, what? Smith Rowe, gone in training. I'm like, what is going on? Something is clearly not right there. It really isn't. It really isn't. The attack is non-existent. The midfield is slow. When we saw that team lineup, we were like, no, that didn't fill us with any confidence. Full credit to the defence. I thought they did well, apart from one switching off with that goal. But yeah, I'm sure we'll come to that in a minute. But other than that, I actually thought they did all right. But still.
I mean, what you said about Arteta, I think also with his subs as well.
I know, he brings them on way too late.
Yeah,
he brought them on after they scored. Just like the other night, he brought them on when we were 3-0 down. I'm like, what good is that? How's that going to get you back in the game? And to do it when we're 1-0 down against a well-organised team, because they are a well-organised side, Newcastle, that were always going to be hard to break down. And I spoke to a Newcastle fan, and he said the first goal is crucial. If they score first, if we score first, we have stand a chance. If they score first, the game is done. But seriously, it's just not good enough. It's just not good enough. And we put
is it 2-0 by the way?
No, it's offside.
Offside, almost.
Oh my days! I mean, Jackson missed the sitter. No surprise.
He's the worst striker
yeah,
in
let's
the Premier League, by the way.
Take Aubameyang.
Mate, I thought Jackson would actually be good for Chelsea, but he has been shocking.
I knew he wouldn't.
He reminds me a bit of Jesus, to be completely honest, because he balls out in pre-season. Like Jesus did, by the way.
Let me come to Rory. Yeah, go on, Tom, go on.
No. Move on.
All right, man. Yeah, Rory, let me come to you, man. Obviously, thoughts on the performance-wise, man. Do you agree with us? Like, you know, we support in the final third. Do you also agree, like, late summer choices from Arteta as well?
Yeah, absolutely. We were toothless going forward, toothless in the midfield, although individually, our midfielders didn't actually have a bad game. I know, work that one out. Defensively, I thought we were sound. Saliba and Gabriel didn't put a foot wrong. Tomiyasu, I thought, was decent. Ben White defensively was okay, but going forward, he was fucking dreadful. Absolutely dreadful. I thought going into this game, because he re-bleached his hair, if that's a word, back to brown, I would have thought, you know what, he's going to get back to his best. Well, clearly wrong, wasn't I? Something's wrong with that right-hand side at the moment, because last season it was so dominant, and now it's like driving a Panda. Ben White can't overlap. Saka can't beat his man. That man looks burnt out, I can't lie. And
still,
yeah, obviously everyone loves Saka, but at the moment he just looks off it. Martinelli was trying. Eddie Nketiah, please just go. That guy has the number 14 shirt. Man was still trick-or-treating. Like, come on. Right? Oh, he's scored a hat-trick at Sheffield United. Yeah, let's have a wank in a sock about it. Like, who cares? Anything major.
He never fooled me.
Top. He's not good enough. And he's never been good enough for Arsenal Football Club. Right? He can perform in these luxury home games, like Burnley at the weekend. I'm sure he's going to score another hat-trick. Away! He scored a hat-trick. We're back. Come on. Really? Like, again, although you are going to get onto VAR later on, but the defending for that goal that shouldn't have stood was abysmal, right? You can tell Jorginho is pointing at Joe Willock, telling Ben White to go across and block the cross going in. Raya should be dealing with that as well. And look, I do see
second away game, by the way. Sorry to interrupt you. Second away
go on.
game, he's been beaten by a cross like that. Did it against Chelsea, led to a goal. Done it against Newcastle, led to another goal.
I know. And this guy's supposed to be good at claiming crosses. Great.
Oh.
Although I do blame the manager partly because of this goalkeeping situation. It's not Raya's and Ramsdale's fault that Ramsdale's number 2 and Raya's number 1. Arteta has handled this situation so poorly. Right? He dropped Ramsdale when he wasn't making any mistakes. Right? And now Raya is making that. It's like he didn't expect to become number 1 at all, David Raya. And like, all due respect to Brentford, right? But there is a lot more pressure at Arsenal than there is at bloody Brentford, that's for sure. And look, Ramsdale midweek against West Ham, not good enough either. Oh, why is that? Because he's not played games. So again, this is why the manager is to blame. And look, you praise when he gets it right, but you criticise when he gets it wrong. And that is where I'm going to start with him, the goalkeepers, right? I'm not blaming Raya or Ramsdale. This is the manager's accountability. So, look, although Raya didn't have a terrible game other than that, I thought his distribution was actually better. But maybe it was the case that Newcastle wanted to hit us on the counter-attack, allow us to get hold of the ball and pass it around the box here and there, and then hit us on the counter-attack. But they didn't propose any threat whatsoever. And then that goal comes out of the blue. That should have been disallowed. Right, and I don't want to hear it. Jesus is so important to this team.
Massively.
Yeah, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear that Nketiah should be playing over him from now until the end of the season. Right?
Absolutely.
Jesus has got to be playing. Right? Nketiah can't shoot. He can't pass. His link-up play is atrocious. He's just a pace abuser. That's it. I said it the last time I was on here. Man is just a pace abuser. That is it. Who breathes on goalkeepers for 90 minutes. Right?
This is why the
He's
likes of
nearly in double
Martinelli and
figures.
Saka are struggling, because he doesn't work with them. Doesn't work with them. That's why they're struggling, especially Martinelli.
Yeah.
You can see.
And with Kai Havertz behind him as well.
Oh,
Like, come on. That is a sin to football. It really is. Havertz behind Martinelli, and then you've got Nketiah supplying him. Come on. We are Arsenal Football Club. And, I don't know, man. It's just
Oh, Chelsea scored, by the way. Sorry to cut you off.
Is it one? Yeah, I was about to say, is it 1-1?
Yeah, 1-1.
1-1.
Oh, thank God for that.
Yeah, there we go.
okay, fair enough. Continue.
Proper Chelsea. There we go.
Okay, fair
Raheem
enough. Continue the
Sterling.
podcast. Oh.
Yeah, and Tottenham should be down to 10 men as well. Oh,
Yeah,
can't
and
be
did you see
bothered.
their goal, by the way? Another fluky goal.
Yeah, yeah.
Another one.
How many times?
How many are they going to get this season?
They're so lucky.
One
actually
at Palace,
scored?
one against Liverpool.
Who scored?
Sterling.
Sterling.
Jordan, you're Jamaican. Sterling.
Oh, Sterling scored.
Yeah.
Do you still,
right.
do you still like him? Do you still like him, Jordan, after the way he left you guys?
Well, despite him change nationality,
He didn't
I
leave
still-
you on good terms.
yeah,
Apparently
He
Romero
left
should have been sent off as well.
Pep take over City and went to City, Chelsea. He needs to find back his form, and I like how he's playing. Despite he's playing England, so yeah. So
Jordan, just saying you
Yeah.
quickly, man. What was your thoughts on Newcastle beating Arsenal, bro? and Arsenal performance.
We have a great point there about Gabriel Jesus. You guys is missing him. I don't know what Eddie was doing on Saturday though.
He does nothing.
Because when I watch a guy against Sevilla, the strategy Gabriel did against Sevilla in Bendit, he's not Gabriel Jesus. So the guys is missing Gabriel Jesus a lot, no doubt, and he's not Gabriel Jesus. You guys need him back for this game, but if he'll be fit to return indeed, because we have the guys next month, so we need him. You guys need him to be fit for that match.
Oh shit!
Shit!
What, they scored again?
Disallowed.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
What's happened now? Have they said Tottenham scored again?
No, it's been disallowed.
What, Chelsea's equaliser?
Yeah, because of Sterling handball, which apparently was handball, but Romero should be sent off. Adogi should be sent off as well. What is going on?
You couldn't make this rubbish up.
Me.
You just couldn't make it up.
Nah,
So
these guys
lucky,
are
man.
loading in Saudi money from Newcastle.
You couldn't make this up.
Yeah. We lose to a bloody rich Stoke City, and then
that's
Tottenham
what they were.
get fluky. That's who we lost to, by the way.
Definitely. I completely agree.
Stoke with money.
And then people
This is
saying,
nothing.
Newcastle wanted it more. Rubbish. They only had a couple shots on goal, and they had no corner throughout the game. They were just
Newcastle were terrible.
They
The
were
thing
just
is, they played for a draw
as we were.
Yeah,
They were just
oddly offered nothing.
They played for a draw because you remember last season, when they went toe to toe with us, we battered them, didn't we? 2-0. So
and also the Emirates when they just came and just wasted.
literally, and then that game was 0-0. Yeah,
I was there and wasted my time watching that rubbish.
So look, I don't think we deserve to win, but I also don't think we deserve to lose. Personally,
No, we didn't. 0-0 was the right result. That's what people just need to accept. People just need to accept that.
Yeah.
Oh mate, Romero, I can't stand him.
What is he still on the pitch?
Yeah, he's still on the pitch.
Oh,
He's just kicked out on. I don't even know who that is. Is that Colwill? Bloody hell!
again.
I can't be bothered.
Oh, Gary Neville's on commentary.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Of course, he'll back all this. Yeah.
All right, let's move on then. Let's talk about VAR, about the Newcastle game. Obviously, we know it should have never been a goal. I mean, where do we start this? The ball goes out of play. I was going to show you the picture. I said it on Tom's podcast about what BN Sports showed. I don't know if any of the rest people have seen it yet, but they tried to make out. They tried their best to show that it was, that it was still in play. But we all got eyes, people. Yeah, we can all see it was out of play. Then obviously we have the foul on Gabriel. Clear foul. That goal should never have been a goal. As simple as that. It's as simple as that. But once again, just not once. It's just happened. It's going to keep happening as well. It's not the first time. We saw it at Brentford last season with us. Well, they forgot to draw the lines. Oh man, what is going on, Seb? I know you went into one and had a big rant about it on my fan cam, but mate, what happened with the whole VAR, man? The whole situation with us, conceding that goal, man.
It is a road of incompetent corruption. That's all. Competent corruption. I'm just like, it absolutely baffles me how people in that studio could not understand what had fully gone on. It really baffles me. That's your job. Mm-hmm. When you've got angles, you've got hundreds of cameras everywhere, and there's different angles you can view it. Angle after angle after angle. And it also absolutely awful baffles me that you've still got idiots like Gary Neville backing the decision. I'm just like, excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, It baffles me.
Oh, fuck off. It's 2-1 to
Huh?
Tottenham, I think.
How's
Wait,
it
what?
2-1? They haven't even
Oh,
scored.
hold on. What?
Wait, hold on.
1-1.
What's bro chatting
1-1.
about?
Chelsea have scored.
Hold on. No.
No, Chelsea have
Jordan
scored.
Purcell just put on the WhatsApp group that it was
Just
2-1. And I was like, what?
How can it
Chelsea
be?
have scored. It is 1-1. It is 1-1.
Oh, is it 1-1?
I think it's Caicedo.
I don't know.
Is it? I've
actually scored.
They have
Moises.
actually scored.
Jesus,
Oh, I
have
think
mercy.
It's not put Tottenham. Hold
It's
on.
been
You
disallowed
sure?
again.
Oh, you're
It's been-
kidding.
What's happened now?
It's got
my
disallowed
No,
again.
no. Wait,
Horse is coming out.
Wait, how many minutes are you in? I've got it on my phone here, and I'm 26:50 in.
I'm keeping updated on an app. I'm not watching Gary Neville.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
my
nowhere.
God, it's
Oh, yeah,
disallowed
it's
again.
1-1. It's not been disallowed again, has it?
Are you sure?
Please.
Are you sure?
I'm getting told it's been disallowed because
Hold
my
on.
mate's watching the game and he's saying
Oh,
it's been disallowed.
damn.
Has it actually been Wait.
It's being ruled out again.
Offside, apparently.
It's being ruled
Oh.
out.
Yeah, it's
Horse
been
is coming out again.
Offside.
Because I've got horse feeling at the moment.
Look, anyway, back
This
to
is why Romero don't get into the Arsenal team.
Anyway, back to this.
So lucky.
I'm just
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I'm just like, look, I've really ran out of words to describe this whole situation. I really just generally have, because every day you hear some sort of rubbish from other people about the situation, trying to back their reasons to defend the decision. I hear rubbish every time. But then when Mikel Arteta rightfully comes out and calls it out, and the club rightfully come back and back him, all we get with, oh, Arsenal shouldn't have done that. Oh, you're embarrassing. Oh, Mikel Arteta should be fine. Oh, Premier League, do something about this. I'm like, okay, well, do you want this? Do you want all this to continue? Do you want all this incompetency, corruption to continue? People have had enough of this, because this is actually the real problem that has been brought in ever since it was brought into the Premier League. This has been the problem. And they know jolly well, I'm sure they do, that goal never should stand. Foul. You got two hands on the player. Gabriel. Oh, he should do better. How can he when he's been pushed down? How can he? Gabriel's actually in the perfect position to clear it or flick it. How can he? Can you not see with your eyes? Two hands on the player.
Yeah, exactly.
And after that ball had gone out, look, we've seen pictures of evidence. You're just trying to just use an example with your own footballs, fake footballs, with all fake lines. Oh, look, the ball's here. The curve line is here. You can see with the curve line. Well, how do you know? Were you even in that studio to watch? How do you know? And then BN Sports coming up with their rubbish.
Disgraceful, man.
BN Sports coming up with their rubbish about, you don't know that for a fact. That's only your interpretation. The ball had gone out of play.
Just saying now.
We've seen it time and time again. They've gone out of play.
Just saying now. The referee.
No penalty, though.
Enough evidence. Oh my words.
No
It's
penalty.
seriously not being given.
Oh my God, I've just seen it.
What's happened now?
No penalty for Chelsea. Wait, hold on. No,
Oh
for
my
Tottenham,
God.
I think.
That's a pen. He gives him in the ankle. That's
Oh
a pen.
my God.
That's a pen.
Is that, wait, is it Romero again?
It is.
Yeah.
It's a pen.
Yeah.
That guy again, bro.
Oh my God. That's a
One
pen.
of the most
fixing.
overrated Premier League centre-backs.
Very rash. But yet everyone has a go at Gabriel for being rash. Well, come
This
on.
is match
Nothing
fixing.
compared to this.
This game's
What
mad,
is going
bro.
on?
What the hell?
Liverpool and now Chelsea. Yeah,
Mate.
that's a. I've just seen it now. That's
That
a
is a-
red card.
What is going
Come
on
on,
here?
ref, do your job. And VAR, do your job properly for
Oh
one.
my
Do your
days.
job, VAR.
Do your job properly
Romero's
for
been
one.
sent off.
Oh, has he?
Oh,
thank
finally.
He's sent off. Oh,
What's happened now? Wait, have they?
It's about time, isn't it?
I'm a bit behind, so. When
Yeah,
phone is
Romero's been sent off.
It's about time he's been sent off.
Good.
Fucking hell.
he's sent off. He's sent
Brilliant.
off.
About time.
Finally.
It may be a penalty as well.
It is a pen.
It's got to be. It's got to be.
It
surely.
is a pen.
Oh, there we go. Finally.
This is a
I'm a bit
job.
behind. It is a pen.
My word. This has turned from a podcast into a rant about Spurs.
Yeah,
Exactly.
and VAR. We're ranting
We can
about
only
VAR.
apologise.
Oh, man.
The thing
Yeah.
is,
We can only
The
apologise.
action
because the thing is,
is
this is the thing
taking
is.
place.
The reason is, the
About-
thing is, this has just been a continuation of what we've been talking about for ages and ages and ages and ages. And then there's a whole fiasco about it the other week with our
It's
Spurs
been
Liverpool game,
given.
which was the other week, which was rightfully talked about. Yet Jamie Carragher comes out with his rubbish. Excuse, and you know all about
Let's
it,
see what
Gordon.
Jamie
Yeah,
Carragher
Jamie
and Gary
Carragher,
Mouse Neville talk
He was
about the level
still
of
he was
referees.
ranting over with that Spurs Liverpool game.
Guys,
He was.
big news. Eric Dyer's coming on. They are getting thrashed. It is a miracle.
Yeah.
I'm just like, come on.
Also, let's see what Carragher and Gary Mouse Neville talk about the level of refereeing tonight.
Exactly. We'll see, and then we'll see the real them. Exactly what they're all about.
Yeah, 100%.
Apparently, we've had the
Seriously.
trust me as a defender tonight from Gary Neville.
Because the thing is, and I'm sure we'll be hearing more about this the next 48 hours. We'll be hearing more of this, and all this will do is distract the attention from the Seville game. It will just be going on and on and on. It will just be going
1-1
on.
people, by the way.
It's called. Okay,
Paul
cool.
Palmer, surely he's their pen taker.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Palmer scored.
Oh my days.
Okay, cool.
But yeah.
Don't win the game now, Chelsea.
I should
Fucking
really
scumbag.
please do not.
Yeah,
You can't
Yeah,
lose it.
exactly.
You can't lose it now. Surely not.
But yeah, Seb, as you say, man, like the thing I look at is, and I think Ade makes a good point. Big up to you as well, man. Long time. Hope you can be keeping well. But he says, guys, the fact that refs not are part of taking points every game without foul tells me that the Prem needs to get foreign refs. Exactly,
Yeah.
bro. Like
Exactly.
All that. There's
see that
foreign
now
managers,
either.
there's foreign coaches, there's foreign players. Why not?
I mean,
No,
that was the
they
reason
certainly
why
can't
in the
do any
World Cup
worse.
2020, in the World Cup 2018, there was no English refs.
No, and there's that for a reason, and there's that for a good reason, because they see all this.
Russia.
Because the thing is, they see all this. They see all this incompetency. They see all this. So yeah, I'm all for the idea. And don't come with this whole idea, demote them to the championship, demote them to that. Why should they have to suffer with this? Why? They don't deserve to be suffering with this. Just get rid of them. Because it's the only way, and then actually something might actually finally be done. Because this next week you're going to get something else, and the week after, and the week after. You will always get something on this until something needs to be done. And this conversation is boring. Because when you win matches, you want them to be won fair and square. Even when we lose matches, you want them to be won fair and square. Just like when we lost against West Ham the other night, we didn't put any blame on officiating. It was they were the better team. We messed up, fair and square. But when matches are being decided like this, I'm sorry, it just isn't right. Especially when you're getting idiots coming out and defending the actions instead of putting it down to the actual problem within this sport. Doesn't make it any better. Doesn't it, guys?
100%. Guys, you got anything?
Rocket science.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'll let you carry on because I can be here all evening.
I've still got a lot to get off my chest.
I'll let you carry on.
Rory, over to you, man. What you got to say about the whole VAR?
How many times do I have to mention that VAR isn't the problem? It's the useless, incompetent referees that are fucking using it.
100%.
Right, let's put that clear right there. The referees are the problem. What do they do throughout these incidents? Do they take piss breaks every 10 minutes? Seriously.
Go for a cup of tea.
They're too busy doing KFC food reviews, opening packs on FC24. They don't give a crap whatsoever. They don't give a crap whatsoever about what's going on at all, right? The ball goes in, 2 hands on Gabriel, and all I've heard over the last 24 hours, we don't know how forceful the push is. If your arms are fully extended in front of you on someone's back, then it's a push. Right? You can't tell how forceful the contact is. That is what we have to base everything on if you're judging everything on footage. Right? 2 hands, not even on the back, on the neck. And why is it that Gabriel is the victim every time? Right, last season got denied a stonewall penalty against them lot. This time, he gets blatantly fouled. Right? And also, I clocked this from the front angle that Joe Linton actually handballs it. He controls it with his shitting hand. And you know what? I think VAR moments later mentioned this. Apparently, the reason why they gave the goal was because they couldn't tell whether the ball hit Joe Linton to then determine whether Gordon was offside. Excuse me, you have 100 different camera angles and you still couldn't tell whether the ball hit Joe Linton. Whereas us, with a pair of eyes, can tell after one replay that the ball went out of play.
What a joke. What a joke.
Honest to God.
It's beyond laughable. It's beyond laughable.
It's a joke.
Oh,
Joking.
It really is.
Yeah.
Arsenal
Oh,
Arteta overreacting. Oh, not professional. Oh,
You know what? I'm defending Arteta for this one.
Sorry?
I'm defending Arteta for the comments he
Absolutely.
made. Because you know what?
Absolutely.
He said
Most
it how
of these
it is.
media should actually be doing that. Instead of coming out and going, oh, stop moaning, stop complaining, stop this, stop that. Look, you were at fault for that goal. Oh, well, the ball had not gone out.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it wasn't the foul.
Yeah, and as I said, the problem is not VAR. It's the useless referees that are using it.
Exactly.
If you're driving a
Not the
Lambo,
problem.
but you crash it somewhere, whose fault is it? The driver or the Lambo?
Exactly. The driver.
The driver, yeah.
So,
Easily.
Exactly.
mate, it's beyond laughable. And the thing is, Arteta is now going to get a fine. He's going to be banned from the touchline, for the game against Burnley at the weekend. When can we say the same for these referees?
Exactly.
Right?
The amount of protection they get in this game is laughable. The amount of protection.
Stuart Atwell wasn't at fault for the goal. However, he didn't really handle the situation well in the first half.
Didn't.
Bruno Guimaraes, every time, turns into a right arse hat against us. Man goes flying in, misses the tackle, and then decides it would be okay to elbow Jorginho. Mate, for a start, that is endangering an opponent. So why is that not going to VAR?
They didn't even ask him to go. They didn't even ask him to go to the screen.
Yeah, and Newcastle fans, right? They're very humble, all right? Some of them I do like.
Yeah.
But my God, at times they can be blinkered. They really can. Oh, Arsenal were dirty. You want basically one tackle from Kai Havertz in 90 minutes, whereas Newcastle made numerous. Right? Bruno Guimaraes made 7. Dan Burn, he should have been booked. The amount of times he's kicked out on Bukayo Saka.
Oh, my hip. Oh, my hip.
You see what I mean? I feel like the ref was actually bullied into making a lot of the decisions yesterday in the first half because
he lost control of that game.
Yeah, because of the home crowd.
Exactly.
If that was at the Emirates, then they give that red card, I'm sure. And look, it's the same with the Gabriel foul way. It's endangering an opponent by pushing against a defender as he's trying to flick it up. And again, Gary Neville's on about, I've tried it as a defender before. Well, have you tried it with 2 hands on your back? I bet you haven't.
I don't know what people don't understand about that. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anywhere else on that pitch has a free kick and a card.
Yeah, I mean, with the ball out of play and stuff. But why wasn't that given as no goal? Because the thing is, they said after the game that they had no other angles to show whether it was out. The only angle that we saw was, of course, the freeze frame of Joe Willock attempting to keep the ball in, which wasn't. So why on earth is that given as a goal when they're clearly not sure on other angles?
Well, to be fair, I guess if you're not if you're in doubt, then you don't give. That's the thing.
Yeah. Remember the Man United goal?
You don't give, yeah.
Yeah, remember the Man United goal against Brighton a couple of weeks back?
Yeah, I know. There was no different to that. No different. And they disallowed the goal.
Yeah, because they weren't sure. 3 times they checked that goal and not one decision they got right.
No, they got them all wrong. All 3 wrong.
But of course, the media are always on to us whenever we complain about referees.
Exactly.
And look,
exactly.
I think Arteta has got every right to complain because this is the Premier League, right?
Yeah.
And people go on about statements and that, right? Liverpool never did that. Liverpool wanted a shitting replay.
Yeah, exactly.
Liverpool wanted a replay, whereas our own football club is backing a manager's opinion. Right.
Yeah, exactly, bro.
I could be here all night.
Exactly. I think we all can. And we'll probably be here talking about this again. We'll be here talking about this again.
Yeah. Tom, you got anything to add?
What, in terms of the Spurs game?
Anything else happened?
Well, Mickey Mouse de Ven has gone down injured. But not only...
That's both their centre-backs now.
Both their centre-backs, and now James Maddison's gone down as well.
Oh, Tottenham are crumbling. Tottenham are crumbling.
Well,
it's still 1-1, to be fair.
Oh my God, Maddison, mate! If Maddison goes, they're finished. If he's
at least that's something.
They're finished.
Yeah.
Jordan.
Apparently Gareth Bale's in the stadium.
Emerson Royal coming on.
Jordan, you got anything to say about VAR, about Arsenal, bro, and VAR?
Well, my problem is why Bruno didn't get sent off in that match.
Yeah,
that's my problem right here. So why Bruno didn't get sent off? How much he has been doing in that game on Saturday?
Oh my God!
They've both gone off.
Van de Ven and Maddison have gone off. Højbjerg, I think it's Emerson Royal has come on. So, mate,
it's all
we'll see how tough they really are now. Title contenders. What's the difference between Arsenal, from last season? Because you got lucky. Arsenal were pure dominant last season up to this stage. Like, these lot were just getting lucky. Like, come on. These men have played Luton, scraped 2 goals past bottom of the league, Sheffield United, and they think they're all that.
No.
Now we'll see how they really...
The only 2 teams they've really played was us, which they didn't win, knowing on their hands they did, and Liverpool, which they know jolly well they were lucky. They were helped out massively.
Yeah, they were.
That's the only two teams they've. That's the only two.
It took
teams
an own
they've
goal
played.
in the last minute against
Exactly.
9 men.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They've got. No. Yeah. Madison and Van der Ven have gone off.
They're finished. Oh, yeah, they are finished.
Hamstring.
They're finished.
Hamstring, bro. In Tony's hamstring.
Oh, that'll be a while.
They're finished.
That'll
They're
be a
finished.
few weeks on the sideline.
In Tony's
Is
hamstring.
Romero a 3-game ban?
Hope they enjoyed while it lasted, Tottenham fans, because
Yeah.
you lot are finished. Literally, there's one injury away from just crumbling, and that was James Madison. He's their most important player, and now he's gone. So
And Van
unlucky
der Ven.
Tottenham.
Like Eric Dyer is playing.
Eric Dyer's back in there now.
And who else have they got?
They probably play Højbjerg as well now. Yeah.
You know what? I think they've got Emerson Royale at centre back.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh my days.
Jesus.
They get
There we go.
battered.
All right. Let's move on. Next topic, we'll talk about the squad depth of Arsenal. Obviously, they get knocked out of the Carabao Cup by West Ham. So I wanted to ask you guys, because yes, we got a big squad, but let's be honest, there's players in our squad who are not good enough. We need to bin still. I'm going to go Seb first. Seb, what's your thoughts on the current squad depth, man? Is it strong enough for us to compete for the Premier League title, to compete for the Champions League, for the FA Cup, etc.? Because for me, I look at it and I think it ain't, in my opinion. And we saw that in the Carabao Cup, getting knocked out of the Carabao Cup really early on by West Ham and being battered by West Ham. So I definitely think we need a lot of improvement in January. But Seb, what's your thoughts on the squad depth, man?
You've summed it up perfectly. It's not good enough. It's still very fragile. Still a few injuries away from absolute disaster, especially up front, especially at the back, and especially on the wings. It's not good enough. And if Declan Rice goes down, we are in trouble. If he goes down, we finish. You can never rely on Thomas Partey to stay fit. You can never rely on it.
No.
And again, the other night just showed you exactly what you need to know about the depth of the squad. It just shows you what you need to know. Because it was a similar side that we saw against Brighton last year that knocked us out in the cup. Similar side to what we saw against Nottingham Forest a couple of seasons ago that knocked us out of the cup. So again, if it's not good enough to beat those kind of teams, then it is certainly not good enough to compete in Europe and compete on all fronts. It's not good enough. It's not. It's not. Absolutely not. And
what we got to do in January,
we got our abs. I feel we need quite a few positions. We definitely need a striker and a winger, 100%. And in my honesty, probably another midfielder. In honesty, and this is why I got the umph when I see the likes of Spurs having Basuma and Maddison, when they could have easily been here, but we used all that money on Kai Havertz, who we don't need, who hasn't done it, hasn't hit the ground running, and also Fabio Vieira. We spent 35 million on that guy. Now he's looking just as much as lightweight as he was last season. Who could we have bought with that guy? Who could we have bought with that money? Many players. Madison, Saboska,
Madison.
Sane, Rafinha, Watkins, even possibly Tony. There are so many players we could have bought with that money. But no, we wasted on unnecessary signings that we don't need and are just clearly not going to work out. Kai Havertz, I've tried to give him chance after chance after chance, and he is not delivering. There has to become a point where you can't ignore that price tag. And this is why I have the debate about you on Pepe.
Yeah.
And I liked Pepe. I thought he was a good player. But you can't ignore the price tag. You have to really, really consider this. Because he has been backed more than any other manager. And I'm sorry, some of these signings have not worked out. And yes, for every good one, there's a few bad ones. Or every bad one, there's some good ones. But I'm sorry, this needs to also be considered as well. And we can't believe that we're saying that we missed Granit Xhaka because we spent £105 million on Declan Rice, who has been absolutely brilliant. Love him, quality. But we look worse. I'm just like, doesn't make sense. And we look worse in that midfield. And yes, it's probably due to the ongoing fitness concerns with Thomas Partey. I wrote this in my piece the other week for those of you who haven't checked it out. I think this is a problem. Injuries haven't helped. But the thing is, you've got loads of games. You have to put out your strongest team in the Champions League, as well as the Premier League. It's not like you're in the Europa League where you can afford to rest people. So these things are going to come in. But the thing is, you need a squad that is good enough to compete on both fronts and for the FA Cup and the League Cup.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm going to go back to the other day. I was really, really disappointed we went out.
Same. Yeah.
Because first of all, we have absolutely no divine right to pick and choose what we prioritise and all this bigger fish to fry nonsense. Wait, Tom, you're right. You just put here. Okay.
I'm going to have to get out of this.
Oh, do you need to go or something? Or is it? Because
No, it's not urgent, but...
No worries, Tom, man. No worries, bro.
Not like right now. Not right now.
All right, man. Big
I'll
up.
make sure I hurry up. Don't worry. So you
No. Keep going.
Yeah, sorry, I don't mean to take up the whole show when I'm talking.
No, Seb, it's fine, man.
It's fine.
Stop worrying about it yet.
It's calm, bro.
Worrying about it. This is VAR we're going on about. We could spend a whole 24-hour show on about this.
But at the same time, other people have got to have their chance. People have got to get to bed, open their presents, have their dinner.
Yeah, we'll be here until Christmas.
Yeah.
Easter.
Anyway, back to the issue. Yeah.
Oh, that's all good.
Anyway, back to the issue. Yeah. Again, because I'm like, when we saw that team against West Ham, we were all concerned about the midfield is going to get completely overrun, and it really did. And I'll admit, and I know the Timber injury has kind of played in bad effects, and this is probably why we look short at the back. And the Timber injury was bad luck. That one, I'll admit. But all these other muscular injuries that we're picking up in training and all that, and they keep coming to the same people. Something ain't right there. I don't know if this is a manager over training them, over coaching them, or something. I don't know what it is, but something needs to be done. Otherwise, we're going to end up the season once again with nothing. And this is not what we brought in this manager for. And we're just going to go back to the same old things that we used to mock the other manager for doing, and why we wanted him gone in the first place. And look, is the squad good enough? No. And maybe there is an argument that we need another window to address this. But at the same time, look at the money that we've wasted on other players that just simply ain't worth it, and just haven't come in and hit the ground running. And also whose contracts we've renewed as well, who don't deserve it. I'm sorry, there's no way Eddie should have got that contract. And yes, maybe you wanted to protect value, fine. And as for Reece Nelson, I don't know what is going on there. Why did we even sign this guy up in the first place? First of all, you can't get into the squad when both Trossard and Martinelli are fit, that you have to play Gabriel Jesus wide and Nketiah down the middle. That bit doesn't make sense. And also, the other night against West Ham, Reece Nelson, I thought, was the only player out there who I thought was actually trying.
Yeah, agreed.
Yes, this doesn't get a single minute against Newcastle. Not one single minute.
But Nketiah has many.
Yeah, he has many. Oh, 100 Premier League. I saw 100 Premier League appearances the other day and only 17 goals.
19.
19 or what?
It's on 137
Still,
appearances.
20%. Still, it's only like 19% of the time. That ain't good enough. You're playing for Arsenal Football Club. It's not good enough. Not good enough. And the money you're on as well, you should be doing better. Can't go hiding in away games. Can't.
Yeah.
And
100%.
Bukayo Saka. Sorry, I promise I will stop it.
No, go on.
Bukayo Saka.
Go on.
Has been struggling weeks and weeks. First of all, he is burnt out.
Yeah.
Secondly, he doesn't work with Eddie. Thirdly, where was his backup in the window? We should have prioritised that. We should have bought that as a priority signing. Neto, Sane, Rafinha. I know there were links that were probably trying to get him, but they were gettable. But instead, you just wanted to waste this 65 million on this Havertz because of all this versatility nonsense. Versatile players does not win you titles. You'll just get a bunch of players who go in different positions each week and don't know fully understanding what they're doing. You want people in positions that know what they're doing. Yes, have a few versatile players, absolutely, but don't have half your squad full it, because that does not get you anywhere. So that's an issue. And as much as the manager has done well, I'm sorry, with the money he spent and the time he's been given, he's trying to overcomplicate things and trying to fix things that are not broken. I'm sorry, this all comes back to him. The goalkeeping situation, I was all for having Ray and getting 2 keepers, but that clearly ain't working. And again, that falls on the manager. And Havertz, that falls on the manager, because it was you that wanted him. Fabio Vieira, that falls on the manager. It was you that wanted him when you could have got someone else in that position. That comes back on you. So when people can say, "Oh, but we're in phase 5, phase 4, look, sorry, that don't exist. This is a big football club, and if there's no trophy at the end of the season, question marks need to be answered, whether people like it or not. You see, we give credit when it's due, and we will question it when it's due. And right now, he's getting it wrong, and he has to be questioned. I don't want him sacked right now. Trust me, I don't. I think he'll definitely get to at least to the end of this season, and I want him to succeed. But at the moment, he is failing some of this, and it needs to be pointed out where it's going wrong, because these performances from last season, from now to compared to last season, is a big drop off, and that should not be the case. We should be going forward from this. And now we're out of the Carabao Cup again as another trophy you've thrown in the bin. Since you ever won that FA Cup with Unai Emery's team, 15 competitions, he's just chucked in the bin. And I'm sorry, that ain't acceptable. We've got no divine right to do it. To do this, if you can't win a league, or it's harder to win a league, you go and win a cup. And it was very winnable as well. City were out.
Yeah.
Tottenham were out. As much as you want to see whether you want to name them as a big threat or not, United, even though they're no threat, they're gone. The only real big threat left in that was Liverpool, maybe Newcastle, but it was very winnable. It was very winnable. Fair play to Jurgen Klopp's Liverpool for actually taking that competition seriously. That's how you that's a manager that takes every competition seriously. So does Pep, to be fair. And I know he bins off that Carabao Cup, but at least he has a divine right to do it, because they constantly win things. We have not won a trophy since 2020 for nearly 4 years now. And we've not won a league title for 20 years. And we've never won a European title since 94. So we haven't got any divine right to do this. You don't win the league, you go and win a cup, which would not be throwing competitions in the bin. And again, it will just show you that the squad depth isn't good enough. And the fact that he's bringing on players when we were 3-0 down, bringing on your best players, including Declan Rice for that game, I'm sorry, is a mockery. You should be bringing people on at half-time. The game is still there. You do it. The other night, you bring people on half-time before that goal. The game is still there. You do not wait until it's too late, because he does do this, to be honest, and it's getting annoying now. We give him credit where it's due, but when it's not, we have to sit here and we have to question it. We have to say the truth. We want to be winning things, and this is not the way how to do it.
100%, man. I thought you made some excellent points in there, Seb. As always, man. I want to come to Tom quickly. No worries. I want to come to Tom quickly, man, because I know he's got to bounce in a minute. Tom, bro, I want to ask you 2 things. Obviously, about what Seb was saying about our squad depth. Do you think we've got enough to compete? You know, what do we need to do in January, like in terms of the positions that we need to improve on, and also your thoughts on the Champions League as well against Sevilla, your lineup and your prediction, man. I know that's a lot, but yeah, cheers.
Yeah, no, it's fine. It's fine. Now, for me, I think we've got good squad depth, but a lot of them are way too injury prone. A lot of them. Yeah. Smith Rowe, he's good, but too injury prone. Yeah. Another one, Tomiyasu, he's bound to get injured at some point. Partey, bound to get injured. You know, Zinchenko, all of them. For me, I think we need a proper number 8 because we missed that from Granit Xhaka. Ivan Toney. I'm not even going to say a striker. I'm going to say Ivan Toney. Yeah. And for me, we need a proper right-sided backup centre-back to Saliba. Because Kivior's good, but I see him as left-sided, to be completely honest. I think he played better on the left side. He was good there in Saliba's absence last season, but I prefer a proper right-footed centre-back and then him as the Gabriel backup. And in terms of the team for Wednesday, what I'd like to see. Well, this isn't what I'd like to see. This is what Arteta will go for. Yeah. He's going to go for David Bryer in goal. Simple. He's going to go for Ben White, William Saliba, Gabriel, and Tomiyasu. Pretty self-explanatory so far. For me, this is one that I don't think he's going to go for, but it's one that I'd like to see. Saka, not benched, but rested. I want to see him rested.
Yeah,
I think benched is harsh. Just rest him. Have him on the bench.
Who would you play instead?
Reece Nelson for me.
Okay.
Reece Nelson. And then the midfield, Jorginho and Rice. I prefer El Nene, but he's going to go with Jorginho. And then Martinelli. And then Nketiah and Havertz as the two. Nketiah is the striker. Havertz is the second striker coming in. But yeah, I'm going honestly, this Sevilla team, I don't see them doing anything. Honestly, 4-0 minimum for me.
Wow.
4-0.
Wow.
4-0, there we go. Like the PSV game, man, when we backed them 4-0. There we go, man. Yeah, big up to you, Tom. I'll come to Rory about the squad depth. Obviously, I did see a video you did about, saying that we need a new midfielder. I 100% agree. I think, you made a good point about Tuchemeni. I think I'm a big fan of him as well. I think he would be perfect for Arsenal. But yeah, what's your whole take on our squad depth currently? And what positions do you think we need to improve on in January, bro?
Mate, I can't get my head around it. Like, how do you spend 165 million in the midfield, but you're worse?
Yeah.
I think on Wednesday, it was very evident that our squad depth is very overrated, Josh. Very overrated. Fabio Vieira, sick and tired of him in this first team. Sorry, not the first team, but you get what I'm saying. In the team, right? And I don't want to revert back to the Newcastle game, but man was wasting time when we were 1-0 down. And that really pissed me off, right? West Ham on Wednesday offered nothing because the guy is just so lightweight. It's unbelievable. He can't play as a lone 8. He can't. Yes, he can create. And at one point in the season, I'm like, yo, I think the guy's bulked up a little bit. He's actually performing really well. Well, over the last couple of weeks, he's turned into the Vieira from last season. In fact, worse. I'm sorry, he's not good enough either. And Nketiah isn't good enough. As I said earlier, man's into double figures away from home. 0 goals, 0 assists. Congratulations. Nelson should be given more minutes, 100%. What was the point bringing on all of our best players when you could have started them in the first place? Like, mate was coming up after the game and saying, "Oh, I wanted to rest my players." Then why did you bring them on? At 3-0 down. All of that should have happened at half time. Right? This is the supposed squad depth that is supposed to be challenging for the league title. This should be helping us. Right? Keep the grind and help us challenge the league title. So what is going on there? I do not know. I was really, really annoyed with the manager's game management. Right? Yes, it was a foul on Ramsdale from the corner, but at the end of the day, Ben White's positioning for the own goal was just laughable.
Yeah.
And, you know, he took that way too literal, didn't he? As I said, changed his hair back to brown because he knew if I continued like that, I'll just get worse and worse.
Win
Yeah.
something, then dye your hair.
Yeah, I've done it before, and trust me, it's not paid off. It really hasn't. But yeah, these are supposed to be international footballers. That's all I'll say. Even our squad depth are international footballers who are supposed to, of course, step in these sort of games. Gabriel broke into the Brazilian side. Zinchenko, Ukrainian captain, who doesn't even play left back. But that night, he had a mare. I'm sorry. His brain just does not seem to compute in the defensive areas. I really don't get it. Right? How does man allow a ball to get lofted over the top and still allow the guy to cut inside? That's just madness to me. Jorginho, look, I think he's been a solid signing for Arsenal, but he can't start games for 90 minutes. He can't. Right? Man's attached to boulders half of the time. Right? It's laughable. He's so slow. And as I mentioned with Kai Havertz, in that first half, I thought, you know what? He was our best player. My God, I was wrong. He is just... I mean, he offers nothing. And then I get where Tom is coming from when he says Trossard is far more effective coming off the bench. But I don't think he's played in the correct position. I think he's more of a false nine than a left midfielder because the guy just has no pace. He's a guy that you want, you know, with the ball at his feet. So, mate, I was really annoyed with Arteta's decisions, especially with the lineup. I mean, it was, although really poor in-game management, the players on display should be good enough to get the job done, and they didn't. Because our fringe players are spineless at the end of the day. And like Vieira, Nketiah's been here for far too long. Nelson, I mean, I really like him, but he's hardly getting played. Never getting played, but we're constantly giving Nketiah minutes when it's pretty clear that he's not performing. Odegaard, like, again, there's another one that's pulled up in training. What's going on there? What is actually going on there? When he was fit to be in the squad against West Ham, scored, and then man pulls up again. The thing is, Arteta just can't admit his mistakes, can he? Right? He can, you know, call out VAR and shit, but at the end of the day, VAR doesn't pick the team selection. As much as VAR is incompetent, he's got to be fixing his in-game management. He really does. Like, questions have to be asked the way we are attacking, because Saka and Martinelli are a complete shadow of themselves last season. And it doesn't mean I don't like them. I just think that's something to do with the assistant managers, and including Arteta, if I'm being totally honest. So, mate, when Jesus comes back, he comes straight back into the team. I'm not saying I want Arteta sacked now, but all I'm going to say is he gets until March minimum. And if we are out of the Champions League, out of the FA Cup, then uncomfortable conversations have to be taken place, because you can't keep rolling with, oh, we're going in the right direction, blah, blah, blah. Like, come on. We're Arsenal Football Club and we shouldn't be accepting these sort of standards, and it's as simple as that. And I feel like the Carabao Cup was a great opportunity to go far in. I really do. I mean, West Ham in a London derby, like, yes, Man City have gone out, but you don't see them getting battered in a London derby, especially in a cup competition. So I don't know. I'm still really annoyed with the Carabao Cup exit, and then we follow up with that sort of incompetence at the weekend. It's just that this weekend, not just this weekend, this week has been an utter farce overall.
Guys, sorry about that. My internet went down as always. But yeah, anyway, yeah, always, man, always. But look, we're just quickly, because I know it's carrying along this podcast, just quickly get into the Sevilla game. Quick score prediction and lineups, people. Seb, quick score prediction and lineup, man, for the Sevilla game.
Okay, I'm going to go for a 2-1 Arsenal win. I think it'll be a close one. Team selection, Ramsdale in goal. I think he's got to come back in for this. Back four, keep Ben White, Saliba and Gabriel. And I think this will be a game for Zinchenko, because it's likely that we're going to have more football. And so Zinchenko comes in, but he needs to fix up as well, because he's not been in form at all lately. So
yeah, I think he's been poor this season.
Yes. And then the midfield three, I reckon Odegaard should be back. So we haven't really got much of a choice. So we're going to have to go Jorginho, Rice and Odegaard. We haven't really got much of a choice. There's no party. That's affecting us now. And then front three, Saka, Martinelli and Trossard.
Simple as that.
Simple as that. I think that team wins the match.
Yeah, agreed.
None of this tinkering around or experimenting rubbish. I don't see any more.
Especially Champions League as well, man. You can't do
Can't be doing that. This will be a bit harder than you think, because Seville, if they lose this, then if they can't finish above us in the group, and it's unlikely they'll qualify. So it will be a much harder game than you think. So the team better be fully on it. It's going to be no walk in the park.
Yeah, 100%, bro. Rory, same for you, man. Score prediction for Sevilla and lineup you want to see as well.
3-1 Arsenal I'm going with, and I'm saying Ramsdale in goal, Ben White, Saliba, Gabriel, and I wouldn't mind starting Zinchenko either. As I said on Tom's podcast earlier, I think Zinchenko could be beneficial to this game. I don't see Sevilla proposing much threat down the right hand side. I mean, they've got Eric Lamela, so I think we'll get away with Zinchenko playing left back, and hopefully he patterns up. In midfield, Declan Rice, obviously, and then, you know what? I'm going to go with El Neni. I don't know why. I feel like we need a little bit more balance. And at least El Neni is more mobile than Jorginho. So I'm going to go El Neni. And then if Odegaard is fit, then I'll go Odegaard. I was going to say Saka, but no, you know what? I'll start Saka because, of course, it is the Champions League. And then you need your big players to turn up, obviously. And then Martinelli on the left. And then it's going to have to be Trossard through the middle. No Nketiahs, no Jorginhos, no Vieiras, none of that crap. Just get the job done, for Christ's sake. And that makes up what has been an awful week.
Yeah, there we go. Jordan, quickly coming to you, man. How do you think Sevilla and Arsenal will go?
Well, I hope you guys get a chance to qualify for the round of 16, no doubt. So I hope you guys advance from your group on Wednesday. So yeah, I wish you guys all the best on Wednesday against Sevilla in the Champions League.
What's the score prediction?
I'm going 4-0 Arsenal.
4-0. Wow. I went 2-0 personally, but yeah,
that would be nice.
yeah, like PSV. But yeah, that's that, guys. That is that. I know it's pretty long, but thanks to everyone who tuned in the chat as well. Thanks Tom who came on earlier. Let's shout out the other people as well. Jordan, bro, what you got coming up on your channel, man?
Well, coming up on my channel, I'm going on Mr. B channel for the Liverpool Brentford game on Sunday. Need to bounce back. I need to try to recover from that half full game on Sunday. Almost lost it. They saved us, but we are moving forward to Thursday night game and then Brentford on Sunday. And what's coming from my channel, match reaction directly after the Brentford game. That's going to be the evening for me. I'll be doing it. So my challenge today, I'm on LFC. I'm on the road to 2K subscriber. Let's hit it before December next month. So yeah, up the Reds.
There we go. Rory, man, you got anything coming up on your channel, bro?
I don't know. I really don't know.
Yeah.
I've got all of the career mode clips prepared, so hopefully a career mode episode will be out this week. I've been, again, as you know, struggling to keep up the consistency with that, but I will try and upload that at some point. I don't know. I was going to do a podcast, tomorrow, but I don't know. We've literally just covered everything, and it would just be pointless running everything all over again. So, you know what? There may be a stream the day after the Sevilla game where I just talk all things Arsenal pretty much. That might be a new series coming to the channel. So,
Yeah,
that's something that you can look forward to. And yeah, that's it really. Obviously, you all know the gist about match reactions. Now on my channel, straight after the game, I'm live. And yeah, hopefully this time it's a better week. And another thing as well, last week I was at my dad's, and every time I go to my dad's, we lose.
Oh no, no,
that was
no,
our first defeat of the season.
What's that? Wait, something happened?
No, it's just every time I go to my dad's.
Well, you know what to do. Well, you know what to do.
Say sorry, Dad.
Yeah, last season, right? We lost to Everton. I was at his house. That was our first loss in like 5 months in the Premier League.
Get him to come to your house, Rory.
I think I was there when we lost to Forest as well, when City won the league title.
Oh, man.
It's just a bad luck charm.
Is your dad an Arsenal fan as well?
No, he's a Liverpool fan.
Oh, Liverpool. He's a
my
Liverpool
dad's
fan.
a Liverpool fan.
Oh.
There we go, then. There we go, man. Fair play. All right, Seb, what about you? You got any articles you're going to be making coming up?
Yeah, hopefully this one should be out actually before the game on Wednesday, because because Arsenal Seville, there's one person in particular that it relates to, Jose Antonio Reyes, who lost his life back in 2019.
Rest in peace, yeah.
And to be writing a full piece based entirely on him, and hopefully it'll be out then. So that's going to
He played for both clubs, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. He was really great. A cult hero at both clubs, yeah. Unsung hero, yeah.
I think he was underrated as well.
He was.
Yeah.
He was. He just got homesick.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
And also Josh, my country playing in Canada this month.
Who's this?
My country.
Oh, Jamaica against Canada. Oh, nice. Oh, yeah, we've got an international break coming up in like.
Oh my days. Spurs are down to 9 men.
Oh my God.
Oh, what's happened? Who's gone now?
Spurs are down to 9 men. They're down to 9 men.
Oh my.
Oh, this is a mad game.
Yeah,
Oh
innit?
my God.
Get me on that game now.
You're Dolce down to 9 men.
I have to admit, this is.
He should be.
This
He
is
should be
mad.
sent off in the first half anyway.
This is mad.
If Chelsea don't win this, man.
Oh my days, they're the biggest
They have to win
around.
this.
If Chelsea don't win this.
No, there's a reason why that young Kipper on TikTok has fully transferred to Real Madrid now.
Is he actually? Oh my God. Oh,
Man doesn't even have a Real Madrid top. He has a white Adidas shirt, I'm pretty sure, with a printed picture of the Real Madrid logo.
Oh my life. Oh my life, man. All right, guys, we're getting out of here. I'll see you tomorrow for another video. Take care, everyone. Thanks for the support as always. Come on, the Gunners.
FVAR.